Officer B.W. Hargis was the police motorcycle escort on the left rear side of the presidential limousine.
After he got through shaking hands and speaking with a few people, and we started off toward County. And of course, the route was well publicized, and there were just, everyone was along the street. Almost all the way from the Love Field down through town, there were so many people in the street that the whole motorcycle section had to fall back to get in between the cars behind the Secret Service car, because there wasn't any way in the world we could ride up beside so many people. When we turned right off of Main Street onto Elm Street, it was the first chance I'd got to pull up beside the limousine to my regular assigned spot was. And then we turned left. It's a real short block there between Main and Elm Street. And we turned left again. And I was pulling up into my position when the first shot was fired. We was going down into the depression that goes under the triple underpass, where the echo of the first shot was tremendous. You couldn't tell where the shot was coming from.
There's another motorcycle officer by the name of Buddy Brewer that came up to me and said, "Bob, you have something on your lip." And he tucked his finger like that, and it was a piece of the president's brain and a piece of his skull bone that had hit me on the lip. The watery blood and stuff that came from his wound had splattered my motorcycle and all over my uniform and my helmet and my face.
All these years later, we're here almost 47 years after the assassination. Do you feel that Oswald acted alone?
Well, I can't say for sure, but I know one thing. The bullet who killed President Kennedy came out of his gun. And his gun was up on, he worked in the school book depository. You put the facts together and you come up with, he is the one.
It's been suggested, of course, since you were on the left side, that because the brain matter in the blood went in that direction, that indicated a shot from the front, from the grassy knoll.
No.
You don't believe that?
No.
Okay. Does it bother you when your testimony is used to justify that?
Yeah, it does, but it's been so long ago that even the conspiracy theory, there was no conspiracy whatsoever. There was 2 shots fired, and in both shots we found the bullets. All that seems to me to be, most people that write about these things wasn't there. And to me it sounds ludicrous. They wasn't there, but they can write about it.
When you say it sounds ludicrous, you're talking about the idea of there being a second person up on the grassy knoll?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You said it bothers you when your words are misinterpreted. Have you ever done anything about it? Have you ever come down on a researcher for...
No, I don't. What I do is I just let it go in through one ear and out the other. I don't have... One day I'll stand up on the throne and I'll answer for all the sin that I've committed, just like you and her.
There was not 3 shots. There was only 2. I only heard 2.
There was a lot of people that said
one time through the head, and that's it.
Yeah. There was a lot of people that said 2.
Well, a lot of people said 3, and
3 is the main number.
And there's conspiracy and all this kind of junk. I don't know anything about conspiracy. All I know is what I know. I know the facts. The facts was there's 2 shots, and one hit him in the back, one hit him in the head. And the one that hit him in the head just busted his head wide open.
So we got a Love Field and was headed down to town on Cedar Springs, and the motorcade stopped. He wanted a motorcade. He got out of the car. He told a bunch of people, and I'm telling you, the Secret Service like to have a heart attack. The crowd was so thick that they had to split to let the car by. the people were hitting their handlebars and almost was going down, losing their riding ability. And we rode down to, finally made it down to Houston Street, turned right. And this particular time, that first shot rang out and went through his back into the seat and hit Governor Connolly's wrist and glanced off into his thigh. You can tell by some of the pictures that me and Billy Joe was looking over to the right. I was a millisecond after the first shot was fired. I knew something was wrong, but I thought that there was a firecracker or something. Somebody set off a firecracker. Sounded like that. I noticed he was trying to, he did that. Also, he was leaning over, and Governor Connolly was hit too. He was turning around and trying to listen to what I thought was what the president was going to say to him. And then the president raised back up, and that second shot hit him in the head. And that's all it was. Well, that's me right there. We're now here in Dealey Plaza in 1963. We was coming north on Houston Street, turning left on Elm Street. Well, about 2 or 3 meters down Elm Street, the first shot rang out. And it sounded like a firecracker. I didn't know exactly what it was. It was up above over my right shoulder. Then the second shot hit the president right there to where the X is. If the shot would have come from that direction, I would have seen it, and so would have Billy Joe to my left. The other two on the other side would have seen it too. So it had to come, in my mind, I was locating these different places where it could have come from. And if it had been in front of us, we would have seen the flash and heard the noise. We heard the noise only, we didn't see no flash. So therefore we went up to the school book depository. And I turned around and went back to my motorcycle down on Elm Street, rolled back up, and noticed that the 5th floor school book depository window was open. Therefore I went to the school book depository where I started questioning people who seen it, heard it. Within 5 seconds, that second shot hit the president in the head. And a plume of bloody matter, brain matter, went up, and I rode right through it. You talk about somebody feeling bad. I really felt bad.